Hi everyone, I hope you're keeping well and safe. My video contribution topic for you today is Old Testament discipleship. I'm sure you're surprised. Well, I'm sure that we mostly associated the word disciple with the New Testament. But actually there are so many characters in the Old Testament who were followers of God, who believed in him, who listened and spoke to him, and who tried to live a life pleasing to him. I have a few examples for you. There are so many more than the 5 that I've chosen. And I'll start at the very beginning, which is always a very good place to start. Adam, the perfect man, God's handiwork, the first one he created in his own image. Adam was the first human being to walk and talk with God himself. How amazing was that? So that's the first one. The second one I've chosen is Noah. Now, the perfection of the Garden of Eden hadn't lasted very long. God had seen how wicked humanity had become, and so he decided to destroy the whole earth, people included. But Noah found favour with God. He was a righteous and blameless, and he and his family survived. Jump a few generations and we get to Abraham, the patriarch. He obeyed God's call to leave his own country and to go to the land God had planned for him. Abraham met with and spoke to angels. He looked after his family, and God made a serious covenant with him, and his descendants were many. Jump another few generations and we come to Moses, born into a family of oppressed Israelites, hidden in Egypt by his mother, taken into Pharaoh's court where he became influential. He encountered God at the burning bush and finally led his people out of Egypt's bondage. And finally, number 5, David, that famous king, chosen by God, anointed by Samuel the prophet, applauded for his heart after God, and he was a prolific poet and psalm writer. So that's just 5 characters from the Old Testament, and what giants of faith they are, aren't they? However, none of them were perfect. So let me show you their imperfections. Adam disobeyed God's instructions in the garden and was banished from it. Abraham disobeyed by not trusting him for a child that he'd promised. He was impatient, and so he tried to just do God's job for him. Noah, well, he got seriously drunk after the ark episode in front of his sons, and he never forgave himself for that. Moses, well, he killed an Egyptian. And David, remember the Bathsheba incident? He broke more than one commandment, not just adultery. And so we can revere these Old Testament disciples and also be comforted by the fact that no one is perfect. The only one who is Jesus, and God forgives our sins because of what Jesus has done for us. So we should keep walking with God, and in doing so we walk in the footprints of flawed giants. I'm just going to finish with a Bible verse from Hebrews 11 verse 39. These were all commended for their faith. So, keep walking and talking with God. Bless you all.